Do you have people on your friends list, let's say on Facebook or Instagram, or even people in your phone that when they message you, you cringe a little bit? You're like, oh no, what have they signed up for now? What are they going to try to sell me because I cannot take it anymore? Do you have people like that in your life? I'm assuming you do, because I know I do. And I know lots of my friends that have people like this in their life. So we are going to talk about how to not be one of those people today and shame your friends and your family into buying into what you're doing in your online business. So let's get right to it. Hey y'all, Crystal here today, and the topic of today is do not, I repeat, do not shame your friends and your family into buying your stuff. What do I mean by this? It should be pretty obvious, right? Like you don't want to shame people into doing something that they don't really want to do, but this happens all of the time. The best example, and the one that I see the most often, is because I work with podcasters, but a brand new podcaster will start a show, right? They're like, oh, I'm so excited to launch. Then they put it out into the world and they are immediately offended that not everyone in their surrounding support system listens to their show. I hate to break it to you, but most people won't care about what your podcast is about. Did I hit a little nerve? I get it. I understand you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. And the reason why I can say this is because I've experienced this. So most of my friends and family don't listen to my podcast. Why would they? They're not podcasters. They have no desire to ever start a podcast. So I don't get offended that my brothers don't listen to my show or my dad. My mom does on occasion, but she has a podcast, so that kind of makes sense. My husband doesn't listen to my podcast on a regular basis because he doesn't do what I do, so therefore he wouldn't really care about my podcast. And that is okay. I want you to understand that not everyone who you are related to or friends with has to listen to your podcast. If they are not your ideal listener, your ideal audience, then it doesn't matter. They shouldn't be listening to your show. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because it's not effective for you to waste energy trying to convince these people that there's like this show was created for you. No, it wasn't. You created it with a totally different ideal listener in mind, and that's fine. It's okay. Take a deep breath. It's okay if your friends and family don't want to listen to your podcast, okay? I really just wanted to throw that out there. And it's also fine if they don't want to buy your products or your services or whatever else you're selling because they're your friends and family. Don't badger them. You remember in the beginning, we talked about those people that try to sell us stuff all the time? Don't become one of those people that people are like immediately blocking your messages, ignoring your phone calls, never responding to your text. And if you're like, that has been happening a lot, you might be selling too much to your friends and family and you don't want to alienate them. You're going to need them whenever you crash and burn one day because it'll happen. It happens to me and it'll happen to you at some point in your journey. But it's not effective for you to shame your friends and family into purchasing or listening to your podcast, trying to purchase your product or services, whatever it is that you're selling. It's also not a sustainable business model. Why is that? Because your friends and family is a finite group of people, meaning there are only so many people that you know that you can tap into those resources, and you're not actively going out and searching for other people. So yeah, they may buy something from you. Let's say you have a $50 course that you want to sell. That's fantastic if a lot of people buy it out of the beginning, but they're all your friends and family. So you're not going to go to them every time you relaunch this program over and over again, are you? And my guess is they probably wouldn't buy it every single time. You're probably getting like a pity purchase. They're just like, oh, we feel so bad for her. We're just going to go ahead and buy this the first time. But next time I'm just going to say, okay, I already did my part. I gave her a little pity purchase, and now I don't have the money to invest in that course again because I already bought it and I really don't even need it. But I just want to, that's not sustainable. I want you to create a product, a service, a podcast that is for an ideal customer, an ideal listener. That way you can find those people. I want you to find your people, but shaming your friends and family into doing whatever it is that you want them to do is not a sustainable business model. So I want you to tell me in the comments below if you've ever done this to your friends and family. Like, we've all done it. I actually was part of a multi-level marketing program one time that encouraged this behavior that was like, badger your friends and family until they cave. I only did it for about a month, but it was not an effective strategy for me. It made me feel slimy and gross and icky. So if you have any stories about this, let me know in the comments below and I will respond to every single one of them because you're in good company. I've done this. If you've been encouraged to do this too, let me know. I'll even tell you about a story about one time I worked at this gym and this whole thing happened, but put in the comments below your experiences with this. Okay, let's get back to the video. The whole point of this video today is a reminder to not shame your friends and family if they don't listen to your podcast, or they don't buy your thing, or they don't sign up for your service or your membership or join your Facebook group, all the things. It's okay because they shouldn't be your ideal customer anyway. I want you to do the work to actually find people that are excited to buy your thing. They are creatively thinking of ways to seek out someone just like you to listen to that podcast or to sign up for your membership. I want you to find those people who are out there actively looking for you right now. Not people that already love you and support you. Like, that's fantastic. And I do not want you to lose that support system along this online journey. But that's all I have for you today. So if you enjoyed this beautiful rant, then I would appreciate if you would subscribe and like this video below and tell me what you think. Put in the comments what you thought about this video, and if you like other kind of commentary like this, I'm thinking about doing some videos like it in the future. But check out these other videos right here, all about podcasting and running an online business. I highly encourage you to dive into the tips and the strategies and the resources there. But remember, keep it up. We all have to start somewhere.